What if a single camera angle could make you fear someone that you thought you knew? In Strangers from Hell, the shots, they aren't just terrifying, they haunt your mind long after the screen's gone dark. So today, I'm breaking down the cinematic tricks that make the series unforgettable, and showing how the sweetest of characters could hide truly horrifying secrets. But if you're new here, I make videos just like this, analysing cinematography in movies and series. And I also cover photography, sharing photography tips and showing how these visuals are crafted and how you can learn from them. So stick with me, because by the end, you'll see exactly why these shots are pure genius. Let's start with the scene featuring the twins in the doorway. The director's choice of framing turns it into a psychological puzzle. The twins are framed through separate doorways, and this vertical composition isolates each character while maintaining a visual link between them. Your eyes are drawn up and down as you follow each twin, creating a subtle sense of imbalance and tension. The lighting is soft, almost natural, but shadows stretch along the door frames, hinting at a hidden menace. The simple technique of isolating characters within architectural frames subtly sets the tone. Even familiar spaces in the show feels alien and unsettling. Now let's consider the gangster tied up in the apartment. The way the camera captures him makes you question his power. At first, he appears vulnerable, almost sympathetic, but the low angle gives him a looming presence, making you feel like anything could happen. By positioning the camera low and peeking through the doorway, the filmmaker exaggerates his presence. Even as he's physically restrained, the framing makes him appear unpredictable, dangerous. The dim lighting emphasizes the corners of the room, letting shadows crawl along the walls, intensifying the claustrophobic feel. This shot works on a psychological level. Your mind anticipates danger even when the situation seems contained. This is a masterclass in manipulating audience expectations. The cinematography builds suspense before the story and the scene even moves forward. The corridor scene is deceptively simple, but it's terrifying in its minimalism. The camera slowly pans to a man holding a bag, but never reveals its contents. This is pure suspense. The show trusts your imagination to fill in the horrors. The camera shaves a horizontal pan, making you feel like it's creeping alongside the characters. Shadows stretch unnaturally along the corridor walls, turning the familiar apartment hallway into a living, breathing threat, becoming the object of obsessive speculation. Its mystery adds to the psychological tension. This cinematography creates fear without gore. Your mind becomes the weapon. When the camera lingers on the leather bag the second-in-command carries, it's framed in a way that makes it feel ominous, hinting that something sinister is inside. The show never tells us exactly what is in the bag, but you can't help but wondering. A head? A hand? His lunch, maybe? Now, let's examine Moonjo, who seems sweet, calm, comforting, but hides a terrifying darkness. When he confronts his second-in-command, the camera angles, the lighting, tells us he's not what he seems. The camera looks up at him from a low angle, giving Moonjo an almost supernatural dominance and powerful look to him. Half of his face is bathed in light, half in shadow, signaling his duality. This split lighting technique communicates the hidden menace in his calm exterior. He's charming, but every movement is calculated and sinister. The framing and composition are subtle, yet they give the audience an instinctive feeling of unease long before he does anything overtly violent. The genius here is how the cinematography tells his story. Without a single word, you sense the threat, even when he smiles. That creepy smile that just seems off. Now, let's talk about this scene. Moonjo is spying at Jong-woo through the hole in the wall, and it's a lesson of suspense. The framing isolates Jong-woo perfectly in the negative space, emphasizing how trapped he is under Moonjo's gaze. The shallow depth of field blurs the surrounding space, making the character the only focus and heightening the tension. The shadows creeping along the wall, making it feel like the environment itself is complicit in the danger. This is an expert example of frame within a frame cinematography, turning everyday architecture into a tool for storytelling. Every shadow builds unease without even needing an explicit explanation. When Moonjo meets Jong-woo, it's not a showdown, it's an unsettling introduction. The way the camera frames them, with both centered and the cityscape behind them, makes Moonjo's gaze feel predatory. He isn't just meeting Jong-woo, he's sizing him up, almost as if he sees him as a toy and someone that he can easily manipulate. The slow zoom and the lingering focus on Moonjo's eerie, creepy smile is the first hint of his creepy obsession with Jong-woo. Every shot in Strangers from Hell is meticulously designed to manipulate your emotions, build tension, and reveal characters in ways dialogue never could. From the doorways, the low angles, the split lighting, and the frames within the frame. The cinematography, it just tells a story as chilling as the plot itself. And if you love this breakdown, hit like and subscribe and stay tuned as I cover more photography and cinematography in movies and series that will completely change how you watch every frame. And which shot haunted you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And also click here to see the first episode of Strangers from Hell, where I break down the photography in it. So click here and I'll see you over there.